All right, ARCA, Darlington. Gonna go down to 0 actually. Maybe +2. We'll start with +2. 16 to 1 and 58. I'm just in my process still right now of tuning the steering ratio to get my wheel completely straight at 16 to 1. When in doubt, you just see where you want your wheel to go. If you want it skewed more to the left, you go down the number line, negative, and then if you want it to go to the right, you go up the number line, positive. Oh, that's good. Maybe a little bit more, but it's good. It's good enough. First lap, I think, can do it. I was doing good in my last first lap, at least. The second lap is good, too. That's alright. I'm gonna do second lap. I think it's gonna be more grip. So I'm gonna let go really early. Nice. I like to see purples all around. That should be good. Okay, let's take a look at that. Yeah, second lap had a little bit more grip for me. I think first lap can still do it. All right. So the run up for the lap. Just really early entry and then just ride the top, then turn down. Don't even have to cut all the way down. And when you hear me like really aggressively pumping out of the throttle like that, it's because the ARCA car specifically, like you can get a ton of angle really quick if you just go full out of the gas. It's not usually like that in most cars, but this ARCA car is like that. Okay. So I start turning in. I don't really have a point, but I'm trying to draw an angle that will get me up to the wall at the end of the first third of the turn. So if you turn too early, you're going to get up at the wall too early. If you turn too late, you're not going to make it to the bottom. But you basically want to turn in as late as you can and still get to the bottom. You can clip a little bit on the lane below. It's fine. I'm using just full off throttle to get my car pointed down there. And then you see I'm just full back, full throttle. This car can handle full throttle. I'm pedaling a little bit to keep it off the wall, but I probably could have full throttled it. It doesn't matter too much. I keep it up by the wall for the middle third of the corner, and then when I'm ready to turn down, I do one quick full out, points the car down, and then you can make it off the corner. If it was a little bit tight here, so two things is I could have waited a little bit longer before turning down, or I could have lifted for longer, or both. And probably it might have been marginally better to stay up longer and then lift a tiny bit longer and then commit to the full throttle. But it was still a good corner. So let the car slide up, keep the car off the wall, ride it along the wall for about the middle third of the corner, and then full lift back down. I probably drifted a bit too far off the wall here. I really do just want to stay up by the wall when I'm just drifting a little bit down. All right, 3 and 4. You can approach it a couple ways. I took it the really smooth way. I was messing around with like high lines and stuff, and it didn't feel that good. And maybe you can do the line where you kind of dive bomb and almost run it like you did 1 and 2. But I just like the safe, consistent roll me along the bottom. There's a moment here where I'm just waiting to be able to get on the throttle without sliding up the track. And this car really likes for you just to roll. So I can see there being a little bit more time if I did the slide up and back down, but this to me was just more comfortable, and it worked. It did what I wanted it to do. I just approach it like a normal intermediate corner. Just trying not to slide off the bottom too much, and if I am, making sure my nose is pointing down before throttling again. All right. Long run. I mean, it's pretty single groove. I do like that bottom groove in 3 and 4 as the long run line, though top can be decent at defending. I still think bottom is good at defending too, because it's kind of hard to stuff it to the outside of someone in 3 and 4. I just like this line. Just being a little bit more conservative on choosing how long to be off the throttle. Probably want to turn down a little bit earlier than I did there. And just keeping the car rolling on the bottom. My pedals are squeaking. It's funny. My last time I did a road video, someone was like, your fire alarm needs batteries. I'm like, oh no, that's my pedals squeaking. But I never hear my pedals squeaking usually because I have my volume up higher for my game. But I usually turn it down for videos. But yeah, it's pretty much the same as a qualifying line, except we're just being really careful not to slide tires. I need to make a personal note to myself to not jump the throttle too early in 3 and 4. It's not doing anything for me like it would in some other cars. 1 and 2 is actually a lot easier in this car than some of the other cars. It's very, you can keep control really easily. All right, I'm gonna be off the throttle longer here. Yeah. Better. And actually that's my best 3 and 4. So I guess that's what I was missing a little bit in my qual lap, was I just was a little bit too impatient jumping throttle, and I just kind of figured that out. Ooh. I actually had that on the right rear a little bit there. I've been kind of neutral the whole time until then. Oh yeah. It's so much better when you wait that extra bit. Wow. I probably lost a 10th in my qual lap. Oh well. If you stay to watch this part of it, then that's your little bonus nugget for watching to this part. I just figure out stuff along the way. That's why you gotta watch the whole video. When I used to do these videos, I used to like spend like an hour on each one trying to run the perfect lap. And now it's just like, one, it's kind of like whatever. People aren't going to copy that as well. I just like doing laps that are like more realistic for you guys. Because if I'm only hitting a perfect lap like 1 out of every 20 times or whatever, then what good is that? What is that doing? I'd rather show a lap that me of decent, I have good skill, but I wouldn't say I'm like amazing. But if I can do it 99% of the time and just fire up the stream and do it, then that seems more realistic and achievable for you guys to actually have it be useful. And it ends up me being about a 10th off of what I would be doing it the old way. And yes, that 10th is pretty valuable if you're like trying to win pole and top split or whatever. But at a certain point, you kind of take the baseline and you start pushing harder, start trying to find more. All that to say, because I don't really have any notes on long run here, you just run the qualifying line and you just don't scrub any of your tires doing it. Don't overdrive 3. It's easy to overdrive 3. I'm probably am even wear here. 95, 96, 94 on the left front. Interesting. That's really interesting. Okay, well, we got to save the left front. You save the left front the same way you would save the right front. So that tells me I need to be, one, a little bit easier into turn 3, and 2, not force the car off the wall as much between 1 and 2. Kind of let off a little more. All right, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope to see you all on the track.